So hopefully we'll get some real wrestling in this match. Not that there wasn't before, but scrambling is a little different than, classic technique.
It's been an outstanding
This is Liam Cronin
program this weekend
from Servite.
Liam Cronin, as you said, from Servite, hoping to claim a championship. Champions crowned throughout March on Time Warner Cable Sports. And don't forget, Time Warner Cable Sports Net is your exclusive home for the CIF State Championships. Join us March 27th and 28th for 2 full days of high school basketball. The best in the state compete for a state title at Haas Pavilion in Berkeley, a new site. It's the 2015 CIF State Basketball Championships presented by Farmers Insurance. It's right here on Time Warner Cable Sports Net and TWCcommunity.com. And here we go.
Now, I think that you have to call Cade Olivas a baby-faced assassin.
I love it.
He is, so much experience in the toughest of environments, wrestling, and he went right out and controlled Cronin, went right behind him with speed and power. And that's what we're looking for.
You really don't have enough superlatives to describe the young man. He's a phenom, so many say.
Yep. And he's working it. He's pushing the pressure on him. I just think this is a mismatch, and hopefully we'll see Cade put on a show for us. So,
Cade Olivas last year won a Youth Olympic silver medal in China. He's obviously unbeaten on the year. At the beginning of the year, he defeated Cronin a pin in 55 seconds.
He is the face of California USA Wrestling, which is our freestyle and Greco component. And we recommend that all those wrestlers in the spring go out and wrestle freestyle and Greco and learn what that's about. Those are the Olympic sports, Dan. Greco-Roman wrestling is the upper body style of wrestling, and freestyle is a lot less controlled wrestling than folk style, which is what we're seeing.
You can tell the fans are loving the show Olivas is putting on. Everyone has their cell phone lights out and going. It's a great scene here at Rabobank Arena.
He's being aggressive.
I want to get back to that point in a minute. Let's close out this round, though.
Okay, short time. You don't get to the finals of the state unless you're a tough guy, and Liam Cronin's a tough guy, but he's in over his head.
Time and time again, he's seen Cade Olivas. Same result, now their 4th meeting. Obviously, what we're seeing this weekend is folk style. Talk a bit about the differences and how a great wrestler can translate from being outstanding in folk style to free in Greco.
Nice scramble there. Freestyle wrestling is mostly on your feet. Okay, you take a guy down to the mat, and then you can turn him and score points. You don't have to control him by picking him up and turning him over to expose his back to the mat. With Greco-Roman wrestling, you can't attack the legs and you can't use the legs to defend yourself. And, the U.S. is not the greatest Greco country, but we have a new mandate at the Olympic Training Center to develop our Greco people. So we'll see what happens. But Cade Olivas is a great freestyle wrestler, and that's what he wrestled in China. But anyway, he is the face of California USA Wrestling.
Not sure if you can see it, but we have the wave going around the arena right now. I've covered just about every California state championship in high school sports, and this is maybe the best crowd you're going to find anywhere. .126 remaining in the second period.
This kid's so fluid, moves so well. Cuts him. Like I said, freestyle, he's on his feet.
Could be an international sensation in the making, really, in terms of
And let's talk about St. John Bosco for a second. There was a wrestler there named Aaron Pico, who came up with the Valencia brothers and decided after the 10th grade that he didn't want to wrestle folk style anymore, and now he's on the freestyle circuit and one of our top guys in the world, and he's only 17 years old. So he was a state champion as a freshman, and he went to St. John Bosco. Now we got Cade Olivas at St. John Bosco, and we got the two Valencia brothers graduating from St. John Bosco. They're doing, bringing in some great kids as individuals. They had a couple other kids make it from the southern section to get here.
Difficult being a private school and really competing in the team championship, though. You just don't have the same numbers.
It's much more difficult than it used to be. There's no doubt about that.
Well, you're in that situation.
I am in that situation, and it is much more difficult. When I had full teams, we could compete with everybody. But now we don't have the numbers anymore. We're trying to develop our youth wrestling, but, private schools are not free by any means, not public schools. So, but look what John Azevedo did at Calvary Chapel, built it into a state champion. And that's a private school as well. So.
8-2 Olivas. As this is winding down in the second round, looks like we'll have our first St. John Bosco champion of the night. And I know there's a long way to go.
Yep, there's a long way to go, but I got a feeling that we're going to have 3 of them.
You don't say.
I think we're going to have 3 of them.
Well, remember, our final bout of the night is a Valencia against the Nevilles. That's something special.
The first families of wrestling in the state of California.
Really? Up next at 138, Wyatt Wyckoff and McCoy Kent.
Looking
followed
forward
by
to
the
that
local
one.
boy, Devontae Demison and Durbin Lauren.
Looking forward to that one.
I love this reformatted push, though, Chris, is, it's all building up to these final 4 bouts.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Stick around, wrestling fans. You're going to see some great stuff. Speaking of Kenny Goudreau, he's blowing the whistle up there, former state champion.
Where from?
Bella Vista High School in the Sac Joaquin.
10-2 now.
Get a little blood time going.
Yep.
So.
And the amount of blood time allowed is a 5-minute aggregation
right.
Throughout the match.
That is correct.
Ladies and gentlemen, our total attendance for the 3 sessions of the
Cade's putting on a clinic out there.
CIF State Championship.
And he's ready to roll again.
18,525. Thank you.
The total attendance for the 3 sessions this weekend, more than 18,000 fans, which is right on par with the football and basketball championships annually in Southern California for football and Northern California for basketball. What an event, what a crowd.
Give Liam Cronin credit for being very game. He's not backing up. He's not trying to avoid it.
But what can you do in this situation?
He's just
right?
overmatched, yeah.
Someone like Olivas in the wrestling room, for training purposes, will he go against wrestlers of a greater weight just to hone his skills?
All wrestlers will wrestle everybody. I mean,
Okay.
a tough kid like Olivas is fearless when it comes to that. He'll wrestle guys 130, 140 pounds without second thoughts. And that's how you get better, really. You get stronger from wrestling bigger
No
guys.
question. He can't wrestle 106s every day and expect to improve.
Well, considering most 106-pounders are young. They're usually
course.
freshmen and sophomores. There's very few that get to be seniors. De La Salle had a 106-pounder this year that was a senior who's also very good. Oh, he
Randon
Rolled it.
Miranda, the second-ranked state.
rolled right out of it. Is Cade laughing?
Wow.
Oh, boy. Give Liam credit. That was fantastic.
Absolutely. Huge
Ju-
credit.
Just took a shot at a flying squirrel on Cade Olivas.
Liam Cronin, the junior, finishes as runner-up. Olivas is the 14th freshman.
43 years of the state tournament
to win. We've had 2 tonight.
Here it is. He just tried to fly in squirrel. He dove over the back of him and tried to take him down. That was fantastic.